so we're not smiling for the picture. We're just like, yeah,
we're hanging out.
No.
We're hanging out.
Wait for it.
If Kurt
Train's
Cobain,
coming. Train's
okay,
coming.
let's
Train's
talk.
coming.
Oh! All right, wait. Let's talk about this real quick, because do you know Kurt Cobain and Axl Rose did get into a fight?
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
So
At the
I'm friends at
my MTV Awards.
Yeah, I'm friends with Duff McKagan. You know that?
Yeah.
I'm friends with him. So Donald was there, and so Duff says that they would have beat Kurt up, but I don't believe that.
Can't hear shit. Start over. Can't hear any of that. That's all good.
Okay.
Yeah. Start over.
Right. We're partial. First of all, we love Kurt Cobain. So
yes, we're bigger Nirvana fans than we are Guns N' Roses fans.
We like Guns N' Roses, but if there was a fight scenario, we would say Nirvana all day long. And not that Kurt could beat up Axl. I think they're both a bunch of wussies. I'd beat them both up at the same time. Seriously. But I think that...
I think Axl's tougher.
Axl
has that mean thing. He'll jump off stage and punch you in the face with this fucking microphone.
It's true.
I gotta say Axl. I'm saying Axl.
Yeah, but I would say that on principle, we love Kurt Cobain. So.
Well, it took us a bit. We came off a lot of touring. I mean, before we did 2 years of touring, Mike D had done like 10 years with the Ataris, so that was like 12 years for him. And right at the end of that touring, he went through a divorce. It was pretty hard, so we took some time off and we made families. You know, like that was the end of a marriage. Yeah, we both. He has a kid now. He made a little baby. So it took some time for us to write a record and start families. I mean, balance is important. A lot of times, like when you're on tour, you just are concentrating on just the next show and the next group of shows, and I think balance is really important.
7 years sounded a lot worse than it was. What happened was we made the album and we toured for 2 years, so that's 2 years, and then for about 2.5 years we took it off. We just said we need a break. We all started working on our home life. Like Donald said, I was gone a long time, and then we started playing again together, and during that time we were like, oh, let's rush and put an EP out. And then we started writing these songs, and they were so great. We like go, they've waited 5 years. Let's let them wait one more year. So we worked...
Instead of an EP, we wanted to do a full-length record.
Yeah, so we worked really hard, and what came out of it is the greatest songs we've ever done. So, yeah. It sounds worse than it really is.
No. But balance is always important.
Yes.
It is. He actually started The Return.
Yeah.
Him and Mike D were in a band called Cave Mummy for a while.
Yeah, we played together in a side project, and Donald came to me and he saw Cave Mummy, and he said, I want to do verses again, but you have to bring Flip. And so
me and Flip got together. It was actually at a Warped Tour at the beer garden, and Flip was like, "These songs are great. Let's do them."
Yeah.
It was like, you know, we're all best friends in a small town. We're all part of 3 or 4 different bands, and it just took like 6 months for us to be like, this guy's not gonna work. This guy's not gonna work. These guys are gonna work. This is how it is.
Donald and I literally talked about redoing verses again from the first day that we came home from a couple years of touring. I think we took maybe 6 months off, and then we're such good friends. We said, how can we do this? And we didn't come up with the right combination for a little while. Yeah. So, but when Chris came in, he
that puzzle piece fit.
Re-energized us, and so that's why
he's the best guitarist in a million
we
bands.
always call him, and we've all done well, but we call Chris Flippin the biggest rock star in our band. So. Yeah. We're super fun. That's what we call ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, super groups are like the gimme gimmes. That's a super group.
We call ourselves super fun.
But you know what? I've always liked the idea. We always have. Me and Mike, because punk rock fits so well with country music. We've always liked the ideas of like the Highwaymen, or like bands like where back in the day, rock and roll artists would just get together with other rock and roll artists. The Highwaymen was like Johnny Cash, and it would be Willie Nelson, and then you would have these groups were like where Orbison would get together with John Harrison. And there was a cool thing about Santa Barbara was that literally there was 4 guys from 4 different bands that really just, to be honest, drank together and like did drugs together and made music together. And that's how Versus the World started again, which is great. Because that's how really a lot of good bands start. I think no ego and just the even playing field, just musicians. That's what was really good about this band. Because I've always loved bands like that, like the Highwaymen or...
I still like your answer better. Are we a super group? No, we're a super fun group.
Just want to rage.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Absolutely.
Gaslight Anthem, Alkaline Trio, Rise Against, Thrice. These are bands.
Every band that you ever tour with or see or talk to
no use for a name.
Drink with, these people influence everything you do.
The thing about Versus that's really cool is that we always bounce all the ideas off each other. When I was in the Ataris, it was very, what Chris said went, and that was cool for that band. But what we love about Versus is that we're all like equal, and we all come up with things together. Donald's got an idea already for the new album, and we go in themes. This album is Drink, Sing, Live, Love, and it's about how we live every day. Donald is a bartender at the Rock Club in Santa Barbara. Brian is the sound man, and so it's all about kind of how we take all the bands that touring bands come through town. Donald brings them to his house, and they drink all night and sing songs and live. The new one is about touring, and
the new record. The record is going to be called Homesick, Road Sick. To where we love our home, but we love the road too, because he has a family. We all have families, so we're writing themes. That way that way it's not just the singer writing everything.
Everybody
we all come up with a theme. We all go. We do our homework, and we come and we bring music together.
What reminds you of being homesick, road sick? You know what I mean?
So themes are important to us because I think we all work together, and that inspires us. I'm not a guy that writes music and sends it out like a maestro. No, we're musicians together. We're a collective, and I'm proud as fucking hell about that we're a team. Everything is equal. We're buddies. We're brothers. We're brothers.
It was really, at first, it was strange. I hadn't seen an Atari show without me ever. My last show was Halloween 2005.
Yeah.
I started Versus the World the next month, November 2005. So I never really had a chance to digest it. They'd come through Santa Barbara a couple times. Chris did with the other guys in the band, but I always made it a point to be out of town when that happened because I didn't know how I would feel about it. And so I think that two Versus albums really made me confident in my own life and what I was doing. So seeing them play was crazy because they did one album that I didn't play on, but that album they don't play any songs. They play all the songs I played before. So when I finally saw them play, I thought this is going to be really weird because it's a whole different group of guys. I really liked the guys he had. It was really fun and things. And then Chris and I just instantly connected like we were friends forever. Like not a day had passed. We love each other very much, and so
that's the best thing about old friendships. Sometimes you can pick up right where you leave off.
Yeah.
A real old friendship.
Even like in a relationship. You know, being in a band is like being with a girl.
It's like being married
to 4 guys.
Absolutely.
It really is.
It is.
Sometimes you break up and things don't go good, but you know, if you see an old girlfriend, you're like, oh, we had some good times together. You know what I mean? And remember that time we made love under the stars and all that, you know? And so
remember that show we played in? Yeah, exactly.
Remember that show we played, and so it was awesome. And then Chris started playing Holiday with us.
Yeah, he played a song with us on stage.
And then I finally played San Dimas, and it was like, you know, making love to an old girl. She was fucking beautiful, and she remembered how to do me just. So.
Great. That's great. I'll work on that. That was funny.
Cheers.
It's awesome. Like, we were worried about coming over here because a lot of times our guitarist, Chris Flippin, he's from Lagwagon, he always tells us and instills in us, like, we get it. Like, people don't give a fuck about the new songs. They want to hear the old songs. But this tour has been great. People have responded to the new album so much that they love the new songs.
That's the thing about being in Versus compared to the Ataris. And that's what I noticed about being on tour with the Ataris. Everything is the past. The past, which I don't dislike. I love it, but I have an out. Versus is new. Everyone that likes us for what
the
we
new
do
record
right now, and so it's so cool because I get the best of both. I get to be this guy that played on all these great old songs, like Chris does, and then I get to be with Donald, who writes these great new songs that are the new anthem that I hope 10 years from now people are like, oh, I love, Drink Sing. I love, fucking Fond Farewell or These Bones, and we get that all the time. So,
but the fans have been so responsive to the new record that it has been amazing.
Yeah,
we always try old songs out in the set, and the response to the new songs is so much better that it warms our hearts. It warms our hearts.
It reminds me of the Ataris like 10 years ago. So it's awesome.
He's our best friend.
Tom is our 5th member.
Yeah.
Tom,
6th member now.
Yeah, 6 now that we have Tony.
Yeah.
Tom worked on every single Ataris record. He worked
on the important Lagwagon records.
On Lagwagon.
Bad Astronaut.
He worked on my bands that no one even knows before the Ataris, which was a band called Beaker, a band called Junglefish. Tom has been part of my songwriting life for 20. I'm dating myself.
He's part of my songwriting since I started.
Yeah, like
Ataris, Bad Astronaut, Versus, Lagwagon, everything.
So our 2 records we've done together, Donald writes songs. We all go in the studio, we go through them together, and then Tom comes in and says no, or yes, or no. And he makes them so great. She Sang the Blues is a perfect example. It's one of our favorite songs. We play it every night. It's our new video, our new single. Tom made that song what it is. When we wrote that song, weakest song that we wrote, probably. And he made it the best. So Tom.
What you need when you're in a team of friends, because the thing is, there's 4 or 5 of us that we love the music. We've been playing it every day. You need an outside person, and when you're in a band, there's a lot of people that kiss your ass. You need someone that you don't need a yes man. You need a no man. You need a Tom Flowers
guy that goes
that says, yes, this is great in spite of itself, and this is how we make it better.
Yeah,
the guy that doesn't hurt your feelings, but tells you where you're flawed and where you can be the best version of yourself. And Tom Flowers is the most important member of our band that isn't on stage.
I could never imagine making a record without Tom.
I agree.
So, yeah.
And I won't.
I won't either.
I won't.
We're in agreement.
Yeah.
Right. Deal.
We always are.
Deal. Yes, we are.
Thank you. That was made by the brother of our drummer, and it was just no bullshit. It was just us guys hanging out in a... Yeah, I mean, that's it. We didn't want it to be flashy because we're not flashy. It's just us.
Have you seen our new video? Just came out yesterday, like 2 days ago, and that's us too. It's us.
We never want to be. Videos have a tendency to be very flashy and very gaudy and in spite of themselves, but really we are just. We come from a life of punk rock to where it isn't just beautiful young children singing songs in front of young kids. No, we're rock and roll music, and so it's just us and our music, and that's it. And if you're looking for
that's what we
something else
to show in our new video too is that we want to show everyone what we do. Like, we have fun every day. We don't fight. We actually laugh every day, and we want everyone to know how funny our life is. So that's what the videos are. How
much we love each other.
Yeah,
we love this life that we're lucky to have. I just thought that the theme of the intro had nothing to do with the song at all. The theme of the song was actually the darkest theme of any song. I run a nightclub in my town, and that song is written about one of my security guards that worked for me that got stabbed in the back at a hip-hop show. Me and my guitar tech had to stuff our handkerchiefs in his back to keep him from bleeding out. So it was a terrible, the kids are fucked. That song is like the darkest of any of the songs I've written. The intro to that was just
Lighten it up.
to lighten it up a little
Lighten
bit.
it up.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
I love Freaks and Geeks, and I don't think enough people really got that show. So I'll put it.
We have 2 Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, I put 2 Freaks and Geeks themes on that record just because I want people to realize that show was as fucking
genius.
good as I
Yeah.
liked it. But The Kids Are Fucked is the darkest song I've ever written. I watched a friend of mine almost bleed out in my fucking lap. So that song almost broke my heart. Yeah.
You're pretty relaxed anyway.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Red always.
Red. We toured 7 years ago with No Use for a Name, and we discovered Calamacho in
Red wine and Coke.
Spain.
In Spain. My
Which
family's from Asturias, Spain.
Is every of the kids in Spain, because it's cheap,
Yep.
drink red wine and Coke. Cheapest way to get wasted.
My tattoos,
And so-
I got a wine bottle here. I got it all falling over a piano. I'm all wine.
We brought Calamacho back to Santa Barbara. Now everybody drinks, and even people, because it was stupid, people make fun of us, especially Spanish people. They think that is for kids. It's disgusting, but
Red wine.
red wine and Coke is cool.
Yep, that's our deal.
Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi or drugs?
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, yeah.
there Wi-
Yeah.
I don't even
and
care
the
about the
Bulldog-
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, there's Wi-Fi at the Bulldog, for sure.
But Amsterdam isn't even about the drugs or the prostitutes. Everyone likes Amsterdam for different reasons.
Right.
Our band likes it. When we first arrived here on our first tour, Lenica, who I adore, my friend Lenica, she used to run Kung Fu Records. It's a record label run by the Vandals. The headquarters was in Amsterdam. So anytime we would start or end a tour, we would leave in Amsterdam. And the people there, the food there, the women, the people, everyone's so
The
nice
city
to us.
is just so, everyone smiles.
Nice.
It's the opposite of London or New York,
Oh.
where everybody is like,
Happy
you
to-
try to
happy to
smile.
learn.
We're Californians, so we smile at people all the time. And then people, like, don't smile back. In Amsterdam, everybody smiles
The
back
Dutch are
at
the
you.
friendliest and the nicest.
Yeah, and so Amsterdam just kind of came that way. I mean, I am a huge weed smoker. Donald loves
smoke weed.
loves women. So he gets to see lots of naked women in the windows. He's a good boy. But we just love Amsterdam is art. It's like music,
Museums,
museums,
wine, good food, Vespas.
food. You like everything is Amsterdam is like let's be open.
Yeah.
And that's what we care
It's
about.
as California as you can get in this zone. Eggs? Eggs?
Eggs. Like eating eggs?
Yeah.
Well, my 2-year-old loves eggs. I make her eggs. Daddy has
Eggs?
Yeah, Daddy.
I fucking love eggs.
Yeah, my baby does scrambled eggs. I put a little.
No scramble.
I do a
I like
little
hard-boiled.
pepper on them. She eats eggs. Like that's like her go-to food. If my baby's like hungry, I'm like, let's eat some
Eggs.
Eggs. Yeah.
I like hard boiled. I like them with the yolk all wet. I like eggs. I like with salsa. I like with hot sauce.
I like eggs. Have you heard of Sunny Side Up?
What a weird question. We like eggs. Ciao, I'm a troublemaker. No, ciao, we're troublemakers.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Ciao, we're troublemakers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We are troublemakers.
Yeah, we are troublemakers.